Hey, Danny Ray with Pinnacle Quote Life Insurance Specialist. Just want to talk to you today. Coming to you today. It's Saturday, the October 7th, and our last video we talked about non-med life insurance policies, term and whole life. Right now, I want to speak about a very important product for people that usually geared for people that can't get life insurance, traditional life insurance, because of health issues or based on convenience. All right, it's a guaranteed acceptance life insurance policy or guaranteed issue. Graded policy, sometimes they call guaranteed graded policy. Sometimes they call it that as well. And I'm going to explain to you how it works. Okay, but first, going back to how important life insurance is, the only way you can make sure that your family does not inherit any debts that you may have, or you know, prevent them from being in financial disarray upon your death, is to get life insurance. Okay, this is an absolute certainty to make sure that in the event of your death, your financial support continues. And again, you always want to make sure you have that until your youngest child, who's the person that depends on you the most financially, is throwing a cap and gown up in college and graduating. Okay. However, some people like to get guaranteed issue life insurance policies because they're unable to get term life insurance policies. Okay, remember, term life insurance on most cases have to go through a medical, very strict underwriting. They pull your medical records, so it's all based off your medical history, family history, height and age, height, weight, and age. Okay, medications that you take. A guaranteed issue policy is not. Okay, it's a guaranteed issue. Doesn't matter if you have stage 4 cancer. It doesn't matter if your A1C is 15. You'll get a life insurance policy. Now, again, it's usually when people can't get life insurance, it's because the insurance company thinks basically you're too much of a risk. Okay, but again, luckily they've came out with this product, guaranteed issue acceptance, guaranteed issue product, that basically can get coverage for anybody. Okay, at a certain age. All right. There are a few drawbacks, okay, of the guaranteed issue policies, okay, which we'll expand on, okay, but it's certainly better than not having no coverage at all, okay. Now, people with the most common people that most commonly turn to guaranteed issue policies are those with medical conditions, like I just stated, or smokers, or seniors that are over 50 seeking life insurance. Okay, sometimes it's based off convenience as well. That's because these people are typically labeled as high risk, and also life insurance companies look at them that way. All right. Now, like all types of life insurance, guaranteed issue policies, okay, varies depending on the insurance company. Now, it's important to compare as many plans as possible. Okay. Again, if you think you fall into a high risk category, okay, you might want to look at some high risk life insurance quotes. Now, here at Pinnacle Quote, okay, we specialize again in guarantee high risk. Okay, guaranteed issue products. I deal with a handful of them, but my primary three most important ones that I do deal business with is AIG guaranteed issue. Okay, Mutual of Omaha has a great guaranteed issue product. Okay, and also I like Fidelity as well. Gerber, I'm not a fan of. Okay, I'm just not. I think the best price guaranteed issue products is AIG and Mutual of Omaha. Okay, and again, they're A+ graded carriers, hundreds of billions of dollars of insurance in force, perfect records and right death claims, and it's simplified. It's simple. It's you have the policy in your hands within 10 days. Okay, from application, which is nice. Okay. Now, with that being said, let's talk a little bit about more in depth into the guaranteed issue. Okay, first off, you want to need to do now that you basically need how you get approved for guaranteed issue life insurance is basically to apply. Okay, that is very simple to do. All right, it's usually over the phone. I'm a virtual agent, so I talk to people around the country constantly. I'm licensed again in 49 states, so I speak to people all around the country all day. And guaranteed issue is very simple. It's the most simple policy out there. Okay, and here at Pinnacle Quote, we do what's called an e-drop ticket, which drops it right to the carrier. There's no paper apps, so most of the time you just get an email and you electronically sign. All right, let's talk about the pros of a guaranteed issue policy, which is really important. The pros of a guaranteed issue policy, again, is convenience. Okay, no worries, guaranteed issue, you get the policy. Okay, you have it immediately. Okay, that's the most important thing. Okay, now the cons are it's limited on the amount of face amount you get. Normally, technically, you get about $5,000 to $50,000 in coverage. Okay, so I mean, $5,000 to $50,000 coverage doesn't seem like a lot, especially if you're thinking about college tuition, you're thinking about bills for the house, income replacement. I mean, 50 grand doesn't get you very far. And remember, it's a guaranteed issue whole life. So a guaranteed issue whole life is tend to be a little more expensive, 2 to 3 times more expensive than term, sometimes in more cases. And the fact that it is a guaranteed issue, which is more of a high risk policy, it's going to be more expensive. So again, a lot of people out there, and again, we'll come back to Pinnacle quote where we specialize in this and we're experts in underwriting. There's a lot of people out there that have health impairments like diabetes, could be multiple sclerosis, some form of cancers. They think people like that have those kind of health impairments, they think they cannot get life insurance, and this is their only route. I cannot stress it enough. That is absolutely false. Okay, you give us a call at Pinnacle Quote, and we'll go ahead and I'll go through within 10 minutes. I'll know exactly which the best policy in the industry is for you. Within 10 minutes, I'm not going to try to sell you. It's life insurance. Either you need it or you don't. I'll just provide you with the best price and the best carrier. Then you make the ultimate decision. Okay, no pressure, no salesmen, no nothing like that. I'll just provide the facts to you, and you make the choice. All right. Now again, these guaranteed issue policies, they do have what's called graded periods, and it could be anywhere from a 2-year to a 3-year graded period. All right, what that means is if you were to die the first 2 or 3 years, now again, every carrier has a different graded period. I think AIG and Mutual of Omaha have the 2. Gerber, I think, has 3. Okay, Fidelity, I think, has 3 as well. So a graded period is if, God forbid, if you died in the first 2 years of the policy that was issued, the carrier will refund your money back to the beneficiary plus 10%. Okay, so again, the first 2 years, if you die, okay, they refund all your money back to the beneficiary plus 10%. So you get more out of it than you put into it. Okay, again, some cases it's 3 years. The policies that I offer is a 2-year graded policy. Okay. So again, the pros are it's quickly issued. Okay, it's in your hands within 10 days. If you have health issues, they don't care less if you have stage 4 cancer or if you're smoking 10 packs of cigarettes a day. The price is exactly the same. All right, and that's why they give you the 2-year graded period, is because if you do have significant health issues, they're hedging their bets pretty much. The insurance company's hedging their bets. So again, if you died the first 2 years, okay, and again, remember, life insurance companies base everything off mortality statistics. So if you have a severe illness like a stage 4 cancer and you don't have much time to live, or the doctors told you, you may not live for another year or two, remember, they know that statistically. That's why they have a 2-year graded period. Okay, so again, if you outlive that, then they pay the policy in full. Okay, so 2-year graded period. If you live 2 years and a day, the policy gets paid out in full. Okay, but again, the cons are limited on the face amounts, price obviously. Again, the max is usually about 50 grand. All right, majority of them are 25. Okay, so you're very limited as far as face amount. Again, what does 50 grand get you these days and age? The funeral is going to cost 10 or 15. If loose ends might cost you another 5, then you got 30 grand left over. And again, if the average person in America, you're making $50,000 to $100,000, that buys a couple of months of bills. So again, it's something that if you're extreme health impairments, then yeah, that's the route to go. If you can't get any coverage, also a lot of them have age brackets where they're between 45 and 80. Okay, most carriers are 50. You can only get this policy when you're age 50 or older. Okay, in some cases, again, 45 or older. So, I mean, those are pretty much the cons of the policy. But again, guaranteed issues is a really good policy when people think they just can't get life insurance. Okay, and it's quick and easy for them. It's very convenient. And so with that said, that's a little bit on the guaranteed issue whole life. Okay. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to give me a buzz. 855-380-3300 extension 2. Also visit us at our web at pinnaclequote.com, and you can also schedule a time to speak to me through the requested appointment tab on the website. And there's also a chat box at the bottom. You can also ask me questions during the day. Okay, so again, if you have any questions, give me a buzz. Again, I'm here for you guys. I'm also here for any consumers out there that need a second opinion, whether you buy the life insurance from me or somebody else. Okay, it doesn't make a difference. Do what's best for you, but know what you're buying. Okay, and be educated. Okay, and I'd be more than happy to carve out 5 or 10 minutes to make sure you're making the right choice. Again, even if it's not with me. So again, Danny Ray with Pinnacle Quote. Have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you soon. Be safe.